welcome to the shop. Another glorious day here in the great state of Louisiana. We've got a customer came by and dropped off one of their dumpsters. North Louisiana Waste. Great bunch of guys. They do a lot of business with us. But this one, of course, you know, it's maintenance and such as that. We got a lot of trouble with these trying to rust out. So we try and do preventative maintenance a good bit for these guys. They'll bring it by and we'll clean that up and make it all better. The biggest issue he has on this one is that the locking mechanism is gone. It is broken off or beaten off. These things are not gingerly used at all, but anyway, so we got to build this so that it comes in and secures the door. And of course, you know, it's Sunday, so it's not like, especially with the way things are now, if you order anything right now, hell, it can take, you know, what used to take a few days can sometimes take 2 or 3 weeks. If you're lucky. So, but anyway, I'm just going to show you how we do a quick repair on this, and we'll show you cleaning up and resealing the other on the sides, you know, killing out that rust. And all we basically do there is clean it up good, inspect everything, and then you know, whatever it needs. If we got to do any repairs, we repair it, make sure it's good and clean, then we shoot it down, generally with some bed liner spray, something that's pretty durable like that. That'll keep it all from rusting up. And just about like on anything, probably the most important thing you do to save yourself from major repairs, some simple maintenance, you know. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and show you how we're going to fix this, and we'll go from there. The first thing we're going to do is, and this is just a piece of tube or pipe, whatever you want to call it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to clean inside here where the old weld broke off so that we can slide our insert piece into it, because we're going to fabricate an insert with that same locking mechanism out of probably some 3/4 inch material. And we'll put it in here and set the height on it, tack it off and weld it up, and then he's good to go on that. Just a 3/4 round stock. I'm going to check that and see if it fits good. To make that work, just clean it up real good, probably shave down this just a little bit, and we should be able to make that work with no problem. It's going to come over to the old drawer. We're going to make us a template. There we are. We have our little template. Now we'll lay it out on some steel, and we'll get it cut out and cleaned up and ready to go. Okay, so we got our die cut out and we got our layout on our piece of material. I don't know how well that's going to show up, but anyway. So now we're going to cut that out. And I always clean, especially when I'm working on 3/4 inch or 1/2 inch and above, I always take time and clean that scale down real good. Because if you don't, you'll put your lines on there, and by the time you get it hot enough to start cutting, the scale will start popping off, and of course there goes your line, so you're flying blind, or you're having to clean it up and relay it out. So go ahead and take that scale and stuff out of your way. It just makes life a little easier. Okay. So while that's cooling off so we can get it nice and clean and looking good, I'm going to go ahead and start shaving our shaft to go into our fitting out here. Go back into our pipe and shave it off to get everything kind of a slip fit, and then cut it to the length we need. Prep that, we'll weld it all up and then put it on. So we get it back out and then we'll smooth it up. There we go. All right, we got that. Let's look at our other part and see how it came out. Not too bad for a hand cut. Get it cleaned up good and slick it all off good, and get it ready to go back to our stud and get ready to go back to the dumpster with it. There's our finish on it there. And take time to learn how to use a torch, especially if you're getting into fabrication. The more you learn about it and the smoother you can cut. Yeah, that took all of 5 minutes to clean up. So good cut, cleans up really fast and really easy. That's the way you want it. Bad cut, you can spend an hour straightening it out and it's not going to look this good. So just a FYI. Okay, so we've got our little parts ready and everything's in. What we're going to do now is we're going to tack it while it's in position. Because, of course, you know, none of this is new. It's all been beaten down and everything else. So we'll set it up like this, and that'll just ensure a good fitment and everything working properly. So we're going to tack everything off and weld everything up with a 70/18. So that's what I like to use, especially on something that's taking a lot of pounding and beating. Pull that out, everything's nice and tight. All we're doing is tacking up. We just want to get everything tacked up, make sure it looks good. So now, we can open that up. We're going to take and roll this one out just a touch before we tack it. So that when it actually is shut, it'll put some tension on it. You can also double check, make sure everything's going to rotate. Now it looks like we need to take a little bit off that back. Yeah, let's take a little bit off that back so the fitment's not quite as tight. And we'll also finish welding it up too. Go ahead and weld this up, put it off, and make it easy. Clean it up good. Okay. Got that done. We'll take it to the vise, clean it up good, and do our final set. Okay, we got everything setting pretty good. So now we're going to just make sure we got everything in a good tight position. So when everything is closed, everything is good and tight. Tack it off and pull it out. We can go ahead and get a good weld all the way around it. Okay, that's looking good. It's looking real good. That should hold as good as the original. It's a little better. Probably a little better. Trimmed that inside just a little bit. Do our final little fitment. Make sure we're good. Make sure everything's working smooth. Now that's fitting like it should. Let me see if I can get you a close up on that. See it? Turns out. Now she's locked in. That's what we were going for. Okay, I'm trying to get you in close where you can see. That's what we're working on. Lots of rust. And it's not damaged so far, and that's the way you want to keep it. So what we'll do is we'll just clean it up good and reseal it so it doesn't become a problem. And that's how we do that, and that's not a problem solver. The type of dumpster this is really not a great design, but if you have dumpsters similar to this, if you'll park them to where the gates are at a downhill so it keeps the water ran out of it, it'll save you a lot in the long run. So we're going to go over to the other side and repeat and do the same thing, and we'll call the customer and they can pick it up at their convenience. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. And if there's something you would like to see done that we haven't covered, or information, please leave it in the comment section. I'm more than happy to answer questions or to set up a little how-to if you're working on a certain project and you need a little help. As always, you can bring it to us too. Adcox Welding Service, West Monroe, Louisiana, 318-235-1901. Thank you.